All right, so NVDA. Let's have a look at this name before we jump. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional trader. I'm not registered trader. I don't work for any fund. I'm just a retail trader just like you. So this video is purely for entertainment purposes only, not a financial advice. Let's start. Last time I covered this name, yes, I did predict this move. I did trade this. I didn't walk away with much profit. So what I'm watching from here for the rest of the next week and possibly for Monday. A lot of people think that this is a perfect discount. I will put into perspective for people who are just flying in the clouds and they have not much of a clue about this drop. Intraday, yes, it is 5.5% drop. Okay, for a lot of people, nothing. From its highs to its lows that day, Nvidia dropped 10.2%. What the hell is 10.2%? Let me put this thing into perspective. Nvidia was $2.5 trillion company at that open. Okay, now Nvidia 2.18 trillion, $320 billion. Basically, give or take, let's say 300. Okay, $300 billion got wiped out in that move. That's how big of a move is this. Okay, basically you can say Home Depot crashed 90% that day because Home Depot's market capitalization 375 billion, AMD 335, 95%, Toyota 3 something, Costco 321. Okay, just say your Costco just dropped 90% as well, 95% in a single day. That's how big this move was. Okay, just for those kids who don't have a clue about like how much money exchanged hands and how much drop this was. What's my point with this? Anytime you see a big drop like this and stock doesn't try to recover into the end of the day and closes at lows, that means sellers were in control. Nobody thought that this was a great idea to come in and buy the dip. Okay? Hence why, after market close, you can see it drifting lower. My plan going into next week, if it does open a lot lower, it can do that. It can open somewhere here at this 880, 860, slightly drift higher into the open. That's the worst thing it can do going into open Monday. As soon as it opens at these closing prices, it will sell more. How much can it sell? Well, average true range for Nvidia, 35, 36 bucks. It can move twice as much. It can move 2 standard deviation easy. My support right here, right now, 823. Not a lot. 1 standard deviation move from today's close. Below, I'm going to be watching somewhere around 770, 750. Stock below its 5-day moving average on my chart, this gray line right here, this stairs gray line, and this blue line on my chart is 20-day moving average, which is 783. That's what I will be watching as a possible intraday support if it flushes lower. If it flushes a lot lower than this, I do expect some short covering, some sort of a rally into the close, but no more than that half of the drop. So if the drop, say $100, I'm not going to expect the stock to rally more than 40, 50 points into the close. Okay, if it drops, if it flushes pretty big. Ideally, this stock can come down all the way to its 50-day moving average, just like we talked on my other video. Overextended, doesn't like to stay above its 50-day moving average for too long. Let's say come expiration date, March 15th, if Nvidia is trading around $700, that would put the stock near its 50-day moving average and that would be $700, and that would be 20% drop. And just like with other videos, again, I make these daily. I was telling you guys that 30% easily, it can drop easy peasy. Okay, when stocks overextended like this, people will want to take a profit. A lot of funds who chased it, well, they will cash out. Trust me, when there's no liquidity, when there are more sellers, retailers, we are peanuts. We're nothing, okay? When it comes to, you're just playing with these, like grabbing, I mean, even your millions that you're throwing in there, it's nothing versus billions are being dumped by the funds, big guys. It's their game. You're just there throwing a couple thousand, just like me. It's nothing. Your ops, it doesn't do anything, okay? If those people come Monday, well, they have had a lot of meetings over the weekend. What we're gonna do with this thing? Are we gonna buy the dip or are we gonna dump it? Are we gonna take profit? I'm sure most of them had meetings that, okay, sell this thing. Top is in. That could be the conversation. But again, this is not a financial advice. I am not a professional or registered financial advisor. I'm just a random dude on YouTube, and I'm watching this NVIDIA to come back down to its 50-day moving average for the rest of the March. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.